Right. Hello, everybody. This is Arsenal. It's been a while, and yeah, I'm still working on the new project. I'm not like slacking off. So as you can tell probably in my um, Facebook pages or Twitter or Instagram, whatever, you can see parts that I made for the new Gundam. And this time, as you may guess from the last one I posted, our thing will be Justice League. And starting with the most iconic, probably of all superhero, that is the Superman. Alright, and the Gundam model kit we're using today is the G Gundam, or so called the God Gundam. Right, so yeah, I try to link, because Superman is godlike. I mean, yeah, no matter it's in like a DC comic or even Marvel of all time, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's a pretty neat connection between these two. So I decided to make it my model. All right. So yeah, today we're gonna do the polishing because I already finished all the modifications. So you can get the first look of how our Gunpla will looks like. Right? Let's just get started. So voila! This time, yeah, you can see from the picture behind it. I made kind of a lot of difference, especially for the cape. I trying to think of different stuff, but in the end, I'm trying to like just based on my usual style. I trying to extend. So instead of just put a gigantic piece of fabric in the back, I trying to like extend the wings so it makes it. The overlap probably will make it like cape-like. So yeah, but I will do some like coloring. Probably you will see. You can tell it better because now it's like a piece of plastic in the back. All right. Yeah. So let's start with the head. And by the way, I can go over the concept right along when I'm trying to do the polishing. So why am I doing like this kind of decision? And so for the head part, yeah, I think of like a pretty slick hairstyle that Superman usually have. So I think of Flash Gundam, which is the previous Gundam of this one. And so I just cut down all the like satellites, or what's that called? I don't know. But yeah, just like lay flat, and I'll probably think of like color blackish, or even just black, pure black. So just like his hair. Right, so as usual, we start with the 400. Yeah, you can tell I use it a lot already. Yeah, and this this time, why I'm not posting the video is because I'm trying to show it by parts, which means I will demonstrate from the very beginning, like the modification stage. And right now it's the polishing. Later I do the skewer, primer, color, clear coat, then the panel lines. So I will show them all in one video in the time-lapse style. So we can see a full from start to end in one video, so that you don't have to wait for like a long time to see the outcome. And this is something I'm trying to do for the new session, the Justice League. And by the way, have you guys seen the new trailer of Justice League? Even though Superman is not in that trailer, but I believe he will return in the future. So yeah, I'm still gonna stick to my title, the Justice League, or JL, just for like initial. And let's see, I already used the overblade, like go over it again, but I'm trying to make sure, like for this, for example, this part, yeah, it's kind of difficult to actually get rid of the mark, because this was connected to the other part, and I used the saw to trim down. Alright, so the edges, always trying to use the nail tool to clean it up. And oh, by the way, we don't have to use the water yet, because yeah, right now it's just the polishing stage. And before we go to the skewer, put it on the skewer, I will try use the wet sanding to make sure every part is ready to go, and also clean up the dust that we are making right now. Otherwise it would be dusty, and if the paint goes on top of dust, it will eventually fall apart, and you will see like unpainted dots on your piece, and you definitely want to avoid that, any kinds of like dust. That being said, the coloring process is kind of intense actually, because you don't want to wait for too long and accumulate the dust that's floating in the air. Otherwise, next time when you come back to work, you have to clean it up first, then put on another coat or color it over again. So that will take you more time of doing that. Alright, so I wouldn't recommend that. It's not time efficient. Alright, and the yeah, now we're into 100,000. This is just a kind of classical treatment, you know. So we do the seamless around the helmet, or around it, because this is a kind of older model kit. So yeah, they usually pretty lazy about that. They don't hide the parting there, so you just have to do the seamless yourself. And the head, you have to like this, see, trim down the back of it, and then after we color it, we can still like shovel it in and put some glue in the back. No, not that hard. Okay. And the top of the, oh yeah, also don't forget to use the sanding spawn to give it a nice clean finish. The head is relatively the smaller part, and that's why I will put that in the first video, because it will include some like introduction, I guess, of the project and the probably about the new series. Yeah, I haven't added thoroughly because I have to wait until all the clips is ready, which is another kind of new experience to me because I have to arrange so many different clips. You can, well, my work process is still the same as usual, like the previous project. You see, they do not change, but the way I'm like showing to you guys is a little bit different. So yeah, instead of like do it all one part at a time, I have to do it all at once. But I would like to show you like it's done like step by step. So yeah, you can expect it will be kind of confusing sometimes, like how you arrange. You see, sometimes I just like put it all around the place, but now I have to really careful arrange things. Otherwise, if you are watching the head video, accidentally I put in some like hands or feet in that part, you will feel what the hell. Yeah, it will be a kind of awkward. Yeah, that's a new challenge for me. But yeah, I'm all for it. You know? Because I believe this will be a more intuitive way to for viewers to see the whole progress. Alright, and you can tell I do have to clean up the parting lines because yeah, that they will show, you know, even though they're pretty like a thin line, but they will show after we color it. So yeah, definitely want to clean that up too. And I do the all the seamless on the top. All right. Yeah. So how do you guys think? I think it's not bad, but I really have to wait until I color it because I can only like imagine now. But yeah, that's our head part. And now let's move on. I guess I will follow the order of my video that will be showing. And I'm trying not to do like just do one arm. You won't like see it really. Or if I have time, because I will have I'm trying to like keep it in 3 hours as usual streaming. And this is the torso part, and yeah, you can tell it changed a lot. I mean, it's from the original design because I want to show the muscles of our Superman and also the most iconic marks on his chest. So the way I'm doing this is pretty easy. Just print out, you know, like a Superman mark and cut alongside it. So yeah, it's not that difficult. The only problem is when I'm trying to like do the hollowing, you have to be very careful doing that. And yeah, it's not a Russian business. You have to be really careful. You see all the angles. You may want to make them precise. And this is 1 to 144, so you can expect this is kind of small. You really have to use the tip of your blade. So yeah, that's another reason why you always want to like keep them as long as possible, because otherwise it will be very hard for us. And I'm not gluing in this because I'm gonna do that after we color it. So I do have to avoid like doing the taping. You know how much pain that is, and how difficult it is to actually tape all the letters there. Alright, so that is the symbol mark, and that will be goes on the front. I'm probably poking out a little bit, just like its previous design. And these two part on the side, actually I keep them because I think they will act like the connection on the cape, you know. Even though I'm pretty sure, like Superman doesn't use gun. He got like laser eyes, so he didn't need that. But I just keep it, and yeah. No, actually, the God Gundam himself, it doesn't use them that much because it doesn't do much damage against other Gunpla. Well, the whole story. Well, the very beginning is of the G Gundam is to like fight against each other that represent different country, so they don't have wars. They just only have to send the like a representative of their Gundam get in a fight so they can solve every dispute or disagreement. What a peaceful war. And yeah. So that was the injection point, and just like make sure it's cleaned up. Right, and yeah, it should be very fast. So I just quickly finishing. Alright, now let's move on to the main body. As you can see, I extend the neck, otherwise it would like be tucked in, but I don't like that. I like how it looks now, much better. Got the neck, and yeah, I don't know why they have like two grooves along side of the gun, but I don't like that, so I just fill it all up, you know, just by one piece of plastic board. Well, you may argue that makes it like less interesting, you know, like the empty spaces there create some like variety to it, but yeah, just personal taste. I think this does make sense there. It will, for me, it looks more like a unfinished part rather than stylish design, because based on my previous, you know, like all the other Gunpla building experience, they're not supposed to be grooves around the neck area. So yeah, at first I saw that, I was thinking, they may have to install something there, but nope, it's a part of design. You can see on the probably not here. Yeah, they cover it all in the photos, so they may not feel comfortable with that too. No. Anyway, and just not only cut off original neck, but also like put a piece of board on top of it. However, the problem is when I'm trying to put it on the side, the cover of the what's that called? Machine gun. It's stuck, no. So I have to like trim here and here. So you see the empty spaces there because it was not part of the plan. Fortunately, I think I won't show this part that often. Yeah, I don't think I will even show this part except when I'm like trying to color in it. But still, yeah, I will make them, you know, just like the next part, the plane head that will be tucked in this area, the core fighter. But yeah, I don't think I will ever put it like out individually. And also this part I did a seamless. I don't know whether you can see it or not. If not, that means I'm doing a great job. Right, so yeah, this part is seamless too. And usually I will like trying to keep them like separate, but yeah, right now we're gonna dealing with the same color that I will color them all, so I'm not too worried about it. Otherwise, yeah, I will try to keep them separate, that I don't have to tape them, doing the masking tape stuff. You know how much I hate that process. It is really tedious, and yeah, it can easily make mistake, you know. Even though you think you did a perfect job. I mean, for me, like all the time, I think, yeah, I'm spending so much time doing so carefully, but when you tear apart the detail, it's more heartbreaking time than satisfaction. Yeah, because one small mistake will show like enlarge, pretty obvious. So yeah, and here's are the muscles, the chest. So you can tell a little, right, by placing a plastic board first. So you got the mass of it, then we put on the putty, the glue putty, mixed with super glue and the baby powder that can round the edges and make the gap like less obvious, and also curve it a little bit more. So you see, yeah, it's not like just a flat piece of board. It got like a curvature of it, which is nice. And this part we're trying to keep it like flat so that we can put on the Superman symbol there. Alright. So yeah, but personally I think it still looks a little bit flat. If I can do it like differently, I'll probably pile it a little bit thicker, I guess, if I want to do that again. But right now I'm good for the outcome so far, because I think the muscle really looks great. That probably was the plan I'm going for, like Captain America or stuff like that. But I feel like his costume like doesn't show that much of his like body shape. So when I saw the oh, by the way, I'm using the not Man of Steel, yeah, Man of Steel movie as my reference. So yeah, the basic concept is from the movie poster in the movie. Just like I mentioned, I don't even know whether the Superman will show in the latest Justice League movie or not. So I'm just stick with what I have right now. Batman versus Superman, yeah, they're pretty much the same, you know, like costume wise, this doesn't look that much different. So yeah, like Iron Man, you know, they have a different make in each movie, and it shows a lot difference that need to be rid off. But so far the Superman, the later Superman version are pretty much the same. So yeah, I'll just go with that. Okay. So just to make sure I got a pen line there. Yeah, I'm just stick with the original design. In the back, because they're gonna be covered by the cape most of the time, so I don't worry too much about it. And let's move on to 800. Yeah, I was trying to like check on the light to see the reflection. That's the easiest way for you to find any like cracks or imperfection that needs to be fixed. Another thing about the glue putties, they're kind of well, it depends on the way you mix it. But personally, I found out sometimes it gives me a bit uneven. You know? Like I can see some of the powder that's peeling off from the surface, like for example here. So I want to make sure I got the surface sanded, otherwise it will show a small hole there. Definitely want to avoid. All right. Yeah, right now I cannot see that I use the file, you know, because this is more of a kind of detail-ish stage. So I use the file a lot. I mean, during the previous shaping stage, that when I just applied the putty, and you need to use a lot of file and blade to shape it. the way you want it, so it will save you a lot more time. But yeah, definitely do more damage. No, because it's easy to like chop down an angle if you're not careful. So that's definitely something that you would like to be aware of, because yeah, that will be a little more advanced, I guess you can say that, tool for use when trying to do the polishing. Yeah, I can see it trying to still keep the angles, even though it's kind of difficult to see, but still, I want to make sure the interesting angle doesn't disappear when I'm in like doing the sanding process. Alright. And yeah, the second season of this anime, The Rage of Bomb. Well, I don't like it. Personally, I really don't like the story of it, because I feel like, well, the heroine in that story is kind of like a little girl that the full of like more romantic like thought in her mind. Well, I'm not saying that's bad or something, but just story wise, I feel like it's not that exciting as the first series, first season. And yeah, the ending is kind of rushing, like they spend too much time like hanging around and trying to bring out the old characters, but the main story is pushing, the speed of a main story is pushing like kind of weird. So in the end, I don't think that's the good anime series that I would like to recommend as the first season, because the first season is just amazing. The action, the story, and the all the picture just looks great. But the second season, yeah, I'm not that impressed. Right, so yep, it's pretty fast. Now, here comes the backpack. Oh, actually, we're let me see. Yeah, we're doing pretty fine. I mean, it just passed a half hour. So this one, you see, I cut down the what's that called? Nozzles, and extend all the wings and add some paint line to it because I'm trying to paint it. Someone told me like you should use airbrush as the like brush pen, so that you can what's that called? Create some interesting effect on it. So that's what I mentioned earlier. The plane, the fighter, fighter. Yeah, I probably won't do that much to the front part. Probably just color it differently in the windshield. Other than that, I'll probably just leave it like that. And after I cut the tail of the core fighter, I have to fill the gap. It's kind of normal process. I probably didn't show that in the video. Yeah, I probably just show some like very important parts. Because I believe you all have seen this in the previous project, right? Yeah, if not, feel free to go back and see Chadell. Well, you can tell my video as the series moves on, they become like shorter because I believe that for the fundamental parts, you guys will not have interest in like seeing over and over again. So we need to move on, you know, like make it short and sweet as possible. So that's why the new series will be only 5 episodes, and then it's done. Like the series is finished. Not the series, not the project is finished. But yeah, I would like to do one like short video that is like a slideshow, like last time I did in the Avenger trilogy. But this time I will do individually for this new series, the Justice League series. So you can see the outcome, even though you may not interested on clicking on the pages to see like a still image. I'll try to mix it with the probably the trailer, you know, like the clips from the movie. So yeah, we can get more action-like feeling. Well, the main advantage of this action figure is you can pose it whatever you want, you know. So it's not like a stealth model or sculpture that you can only pose one position. Then the only change you can make probably just from different like angle. No, yeah, I can make some interesting shots, but yeah, it got its limit. For our Gunpla model, you got like a lot of options you can choose from. You know, like pose it, even make a short film just by like using it as a actor. You know? How interesting is that? Yeah, I will. I don't know. I won't probably do the whole film thing with it. I know, like what they call, like you see the like robot chicken. No, they use action figure to make animation. They call it the direct animation. You know, like unlike a drawing or like even 3Ds. They call it the indirect because you have to like interpret by drawing it out instead of just use the stuff in real life, just posing it directly. So yeah, I probably won't have to take it apart because it's kind of difficult. But I do like to yeah, I have to clean out the paint lines there. I saw that. Yeah, because last time I tried to do that, it's kind of very difficult. You know, like because there are so many joints. At least from the wings you can tell there's 6 already. Oops, you see, and they like connect in a weird way. See this pole in between? Yeah. I cannot believe they did that. Okay. Be really careful with that. Alright. Did I finish it? I don't remember. But it's not the main point, so I'll just keep going. Yeah, I can see I chopped down the top part. Because I believe I was trying to like make a connection to his shoulder. So it makes it looks like it's like a cape that just go directly from the shoulder to his back. Even though it's not actually connecting, but your eyes will like automatically link it. I think it's called the Gestalt effect or something like that. Yeah, I have to check. But yeah, our eyes will ultimately try to link the similarity or the continuous things together. So that's actually how the film, like cameras works. They just give you a series of frames per second, so you can see that as a continuous, even though it's not actually the real thing in your front, and they do have like a gap in between, but it's so short your eyes will like automatically ignore it and trying to find the connection between them. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. So, pardon. About the bottom part, I don't worry too much because, yeah, it is how it is. It doesn't affect too much. I do have to concentrate on the top part though. Especially the gap between the passive board and the original piece. I do use the putty. I cannot see it now, but yeah, I do use it to fill the gap in between. Because yeah, I mentioned before the other putty doesn't work that well. Let's finish this. I think I really forgot to use higher grid on the well, I will just go back and do it all again. I guess. What the? Forgot this part too? Yeah, it's all about details, you know, like this kind of models. It really makes a difference. I have to record it, even though it seems like a minor. Some small areas here and there. But if you miss too many of them, eventually your piece will look kind of unprofessional. That's something I definitely trying to avoid. Make sure the edges still there, and the panel lines. Okay, this takes much longer than I expected. Whew. The reason I'm sending this part because yeah, I messed it up. No, when I'm trying to like do the neck part, trying to draw through it and use the metal rod to stable it, but it's go too far and comes down, make a like real mark there. So yeah, that's why I'm sending that part. I'm trying to like get rid of the marks there. It's not that obvious, but yeah, still. And it's not even, probably you won't even show on the finished piece, but yeah. I still want to like make sure everything is as good as possible. And that's why, you know, like somebody will like really carefully, you know, under the skirt armor, something they won't even show on the surface, but still they do like a crazy bunch of detail in the back side of the, and I feel they're like I'm really impressed now. Yeah, though I'm just trying to like keep it. You will see later. Yeah, I don't usually just keep them flat instead of like doing that much details, because yeah, I'm more of a lazy guy. Nah, because I believe I won't spend too much time on the part that is not that obvious. I'm trying to like make sure the focal point is deal with properly first, and the rest of it I'm not. No, since they are not the focal point, I won't pay too much attention. But still, it's good practice, Like, make sure every detail is there, and you can definitely make practice a lot more if you do every single detail. Yeah, you definitely will, like Euro model will definitely be more worth it than mine, because you spend a tons of effort, time, just by a single box of a model. That's a good invest. Right, so as you can may tell, or may not, I used two different plastic board on this cape or wing-like shape. The first one I'm trying to level it up a little bit, because the middle part is actually not flat. You see, it got the width to it, and as usual, there will be a parting line here all around it. Yeah, that's why I will probably just do one side of all three wings in this stream, and I will do it later after I end this. But yeah, so yeah, if you just do a layer, that will be kind of hard for them to do the overlap. That's why I chose to do it this one. The first piece will be echoing if the original shape, and the second piece is the actual shape I would like to show on the outside. Right? Yeah, but still, the gap in between need to be aware of, because this is not. You see, it's not actually flat. It got an angle to it on the side. Make it interesting. It's just like a C corner, they call it, instead of the L shape. And yeah, I'm definitely trying to keep the glue putty as neat as possible. So yeah, another useful tool I was using is this, just like a flat chisel, but it's actually a overlap blade. So you can see I can push it this way. So get rid of the extras, and it does take time to do that, but the outcome is pretty nice, and I like it. Really like it. So you see now the wing-like shape is pretty clean, but it was not when I first applied the putty. Even though I tried as best I can, but still, it's just the kind of messy back then. And it takes some time to actually clean them up, but now it looks much better, a lot better now. And now all I have to do now is just double checking now, and make sure it's cleaned up properly. This part, probably should use this instead of. Yeah, that was kind of messy there, because there was putty and there was polyline, so lots of stuff happening there, and it's flat and it's curved inward, so it's difficult for me to use the tool there. Well, I can definitely use the like that. See, lay it flat and gently go over it. Still, the reason I'm trying to avoid that is because I don't want to like cut the plasterboard behind. But as you can tell, it's not that thick. You know, this is probably 0.5 millimeter only. Because I think if I use too thick plasterboard, it will be off balance. You know, the whole thing will easily tilt it backward. And yeah, you think it's really thin right now, right? But you need to beware that we will put on like primer, color, color paint, and a clear coat, so it will accumulate a lot thicker after that, and the weight, it will definitely like gain like a lot of weight to it. So you need to take that into consideration, that after we finish it, it can still hold. And I'm trying to extend them too, so yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep it light, thin, but not that thin, otherwise it'll be easily broken. So yeah, I think 0.5 millimeter is the appropriate for my purpose. And the panel lines here. And as I mentioned in the previous, probably the first temporary symbol live stream, we're trying to avoid even like polishing that part, because it's pretty fragile after we put on the color, and I definitely don't want to break that. It's almost like impossible to fix. It's really hard. Trust me, I tried before. So that being said, there was, you see, there's like a harding line there, but I'm not too concerned of using the the overflow plate on top of it. I just gently like sanding it, because I don't want to weaken the structure. You see, if like have any cracks or any like marks along it, it will be easily broken after we toggle it back and forth, posing it. So yeah, just make sure it's as strong as possible. And yeah, about the edges, just gently make it less sharp, so that the paint can go on top of it more easily. Okay. takes a little bit more time than expected. But I think I have to do that because this is kind of a work point for the Superman, you know, the cape. And you cannot see it that obvious, but I do have a panel line there. Well, you will see it much clearer after I color it, because I will do like a partial shading along the all the panel lines there. Yeah, that makes a lot of difference after I color it. So yeah, just stay tuned, you know. Well, yeah, and it's kind of challenging for me too, because I had to color both sides instead of just one. You know? And this is such a thin piece, and I probably will skewer here. But as I mentioned, it's pretty fragile, so I need to be really aware of when I'm trying to grab it or color it. Yeah. Otherwise, it will be easily blown away, since this is a kind of light but a kind of big piece. The angle here, sure, it's properly divided. Yeah, there are some cutting marks here and there. Yeah, probably they won't show the obvious after I put on primer. They're mostly like sanding marks. Try to like carve it out. Right, nice. Panel line is gone, the parting line is gone. Which is good, exactly what I wanted. Alright. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Move on. Yeah, I can still see like small holes here and there because the uneven mixing of the glue putty. Yeah, because sometimes I'm trying to like you know, rushing it a little bit when I'm behind schedule. Especially for this project, I make tons of, as you can tell, I already makes tons of modification, more than any of our previous project. So yeah, the time pressure is there now. Like trying to show you guys the new stuff, but yeah, it's kind of slow sometimes. So when I cannot think of something good or how to deal with the parts, sometimes. Yeah, it's struggle sometimes. And most of my most creative time for me is just like right now. From the late night to midnight is the most creative, productive moment for me myself. So yeah, not that I don't want to work for this time period, but I just sit there and have no clue what I'm gonna do next. Right, this part, the middle part is giving me the most trouble because I don't have too much space for me to like extend it. I can only extend it downward, but when I try to expand it, it's tough because the both side is blocked by the other wing. So the final outcome I can think of is like this shape, this weird looking shape. Is that it was the extension of both tip, of the wing, just straight down extended. So it looks kind of awkward by itself, but it's the best I can get, like the extension of the wing and link up the gap in between two bigger piece to make it more like a cape, or at least the indication. But yeah, I really have to color it and see the outcome. Otherwise, right now it just looks kind of dull. Like they're just plastic pieces there. It's not like a cape. And the concept I got is from the an action figure of Digimon. Yeah, I really had a hard time to figuring out how am I gonna to do with the cape. But after I saw that Digimon, they have like 2 sets of the wings. Well, it's a little bit like the concept of our Strike Freedom Gundam. Yeah, they use overlaps, but yeah, it give it like kind of like a cape-like feeling. So that's why when I first saw it, I think yes, this is the way I'm gonna like present my work. I'm gonna not copy it because it's totally different shape, but the concept I'm gonna use the same concept to do it. Well, hopefully it works out. If not, well, at least it's a good attempt, I guess. Yeah, it really bothers me for a really, really long time since since I decide the theme is a Superman. But I really trying to figure it out, and whether I should put on just a piece of fabric or even use the whole piece of plastic board and heat it, shape it into cave-like shape. But finally, I'm sticking with the concept of my previous like work. That is the extension of its original piece and expand. So yeah, I think that works out fine. But definitely you can tell already this looks much different compared to my previous project from this original design. I think of this as a progress now, like we're getting closer to original. It's right now it's still like 80% his original design, but we're getting more of our own thought to it. Like from probably just 5% our Captain America, only the show, and several details, area, helmet. But now look at how far we have gone so far already. This is the fourth, the fourth piece. Hopefully we will keep like making progress. Oh my god, the paint party lines everywhere. In this part, the empty space, I have to fill it. Ugh, hate that. Been such a slacker. And I remember this part. First time I glue it the wrong way because I thought I saw the other one and I glue exactly as the other one the way the direction, but it's totally wrong because it should be like a mirror reflection. So I have to like chop it down. Fortunately, it's not like the big pieces. You don't have to chop it down here, and here, and then re-glue it. But yeah, it was such frustrating. So I found out the mistake, and it was after I like clean up all the glue putty. Then I found it. Well, I guess I have to do that anyway because otherwise it will be harder for me to take it off. But yeah, at that moment it was just like driving me crazy. Why am I so stupid? Like yeah, I don't remember how that happened because probably I was very tired. Like after finish all the actually you see 2 and this is 2, so 12 pieces. Yeah, I have to make 12 pieces, just like the photo I posted in the very first preview of this project. Yeah, to me, like I think I spent more than 5 hours only just to like make those shapes, not even putting them on. No, like only just carving them out. Took me like 5 hours, and after I put it on, I still have to make sure they can like move around and all the connection is tight, and yeah, I see the glue is on, and clean that up too. So it really takes me a lot. I mean, seriously, a lot of time just by doing that. Probably the longest modification stay I faced so far. And yeah, this. Oh my god. It's almost gone. I need a tool that's designed like for the paint line, like blade, you know. It's just like a V shape blade that can cover the paint line pretty easily. Instead of, it's a little bit like this, but it's a little bit thicker on the top. So yeah, I can easily make paint lines. Yeah, I will definitely get one of those, but they're kind of expensive. And yeah, it will be an investment in my shopping list, but right now I'm still using the blade and the needle tool to go do the job. Well, they can do the job, just not as perfect as that tool can easily do, you know. So, yep. No pain, no gain. No pay, no gain. Alright. Now, move on. 2000. Yeah, the top part. Yeah, I don't even worry about the top part. Penalized. Too small. And it's not even visible most of the time. Oh yeah, yesterday there was a special event for McDonald's. The Mulan Sichuan sauce. Just 1 day limit, you know, like all the internet says it was because the Rick and Morty anime series. Yeah, and yeah, Rick really want that sauce. But yeah, it's good, like interesting event. But unfortunately, the only store that is available is like more than like 30 minutes drives, and unfortunately I don't have that much time yesterday. I have like other schedule, so I didn't go to an event. I heard that they will have like a special poster if you bought the they call the buttermilk tender, right? The new menu, and they'll give you the sauce and the poster. Well, I saw the poster. It's not like Rick and Morty, so yeah, that's probably the main reason I didn't win. But I guess this can still a pretty good price on eBay or somewhere. Yeah, I'll cover that later, along with the other one. Okay, let's see. 49s here and there. Short angles. And this part, you see, because I want to not just echo the shape, because I want to give it more strength to it, but unfortunately I make it a little bit, just a tiny little bit off, so it will look a little bit different on both sides. And I figure out after it's dry, so it's difficult for me to make any changes, but yeah, that was a mistake I made. Not obvious, but still. Probably in the back view you can tell a little bit more easily. Fortunately, most of the part is overlap, so you can see just a tiny little bit angle difference in the back view, and then front view they will be mostly covered by the body, so yeah, it's not that big a problem as the that outer wing, because those are pretty obvious. Right. This one is the one that's a little bit off, too close to this side. Yeah, because I extended just for like a support purpose. Otherwise, I feel like it will be kind of weak if I only add weight to this side. And the extension is because I want to cover the empty spaces down there. You see, right here. Originally, I was planning on connecting them, but later on, I feel like that would be like too large. No, the piece. This is already pretty big, and this is symmetrical. You draw a line. It's symmetrical, so yeah, I feel like that's enough. Otherwise it would be too big compared to other piece, and it will be too heavy too. That's why I spend a lot of time measuring, doing the careful calculations. Just kidding. Just don't want to make it too exaggerated, and the length of it too. I need to see how long it goes. Otherwise, if it's too long, it will be poking to the ground. No, even though Superman's cape kind of did that. He was drag his cape on the ground, but I'm not doing that because I think that would be an issue when I'm trying to do some poses. So I keep it halfway. I get through the leg. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm trying to keep it reasonable length. Oops. Yeah, definitely gonna come back and do the pen lines, but probably later, all at once. I'm just focusing on get rid of all the pen lines and do the polishing for this side. And yeah, I already stick with this part for an hour, so I have to move a little bit faster. This is so, yeah, I can tell how complicated this is. Well, its original design is not that like simple. It's a detachable core fighter that many HG series get rid of because they think that will be too much trouble for them to do that. But yeah, the Gundam did that. That's quite impressive. Unlike the revive, like a RX-78 too, the first Gundam. His core fighter is kind of classic, but yeah, they decided to get rid of in the HG model, so it's much easier for them to make the cast. Well, the price of it is a little bit cheaper too, so yeah, cannot complain that. And the reason I think I won't pull that out that many times is because, you see, it will leave scratch marks, as I mentioned many times over again. And yeah, after recoloring, we try not to make it too like violence, But the parts that connecting to each other, it's really hard to leave no scratch marks, especially like here on the edges. So yeah, you can expect that will be some paint peeled off from the edges, and it's really difficult to avoid, even though you put on clear coat for protection or something, because yeah, it's paint after all. It's not like super resin protection or something, and it will be like too thick if we are trying to apply those. It will be blocking the way of connecting. So yeah, I probably won't, once I put it, lock it in, I probably won't pull that off. Probably just one time for shooting purpose, or even before that I take all the picture I needed and then put that in and never put that out. And here's the paint line I saw earlier. And here are some fingerprints. Probably accidentally left when I glue myself. Yeah, as I mentioned, this part really takes me a lot of time doing it, so probably won't. My consciousness is not that clear back in that time. Kind of dizzy, foggy memory here. Alright, let me drink a bit first. Kind of thirsty. Alright, keep going. I won't properly like connect them, put them back, because I still have the other half need to be done with, and the panel lines. So yeah, I'll probably wait until that, but it won't be showing in this live stream because I want to show other parts to you guys. I still have our hands, arms, and previous leg parts. And yeah, I think we still have reasonable amount of time to finish all that. So yeah, let's just keep going. Okay. All right. This part I need to clean out the junction points, get rid of the panel lines in there. The parting line. Why am I always saying panel line? The parting line in there. And the top part will be covered by the other plastic board, so I won't be too concerned. The reason I'm not doing the seamless for this part is because, well, you can see the wings. I'm going to color them separately. So that is being said, I need to do that. Do them separately. And the top part will be like a buckle, like a cover this, or the cap, covering all. Even though they will show some of the caps, but yeah, I can think of it as like a panel lines or something. I won't be too worried. Alright, let's just loosely put it back. See now, right? Yeah, it's still, you can tell, it's still not like tightly, like connect. But it is tightly, but it's not like blocking the way too much. If I just use a single piece, that will be really hard for me to do the overlaps. But now it's much better. Yeah, overlaps. See all the lines there? It will be like if I expand, the largest will be like this. So you can see the lines going in the order. Well, yeah, this is my first attempt like doing a cape simulation. So yeah, we'll see how it works. Well, after this project, like a Justice League, I probably will keep that like a trilogy, and yeah, some of the character will have capes too, so we will see how this works and use this experience to use it on a different project, hopefully. Excuse me, my nose is like stuck with the dust. Usually I'll keep on my mask on while doing this, but it's difficult when I'm trying to talk. Yeah, for the hand, it's quite simple. I just get rid of the claws and trim down the shoulder. Because I want to like keep it like echoing the body shape, the biomorphic shape. Just kiss me. Oh my goodness, it's dust. Oh. So I just rounded the top a little bit, and its original design got it like a nice muscle shape. But as I mentioned, I will mention, the front part, this spiking out thing is kind of bothering. So I just decided to chop it down and fill it, and glue it as a bicep. But the problem is, when I'm trying to move it, it's kind of blocking the way. So I carve a groove there, so that the edge of the shoulder can go through. Well, I will still have to probably make a little adjustment. But yeah, you can see now it's movable, right? It's not blocking too much of the way. Yeah, I used the like a file. Let me show you. It's a triangle shaped file like this. You see? So yeah, I just make a groove and then I'll go using this file, go back and forth to dig a little bit deeper. Yeah, but I don't want to like carve it too deep, otherwise it will be kind of meaningless. I'm doing the bicep. Yeah, I think that's good enough. When I try to move, I will be really careful, otherwise this part will fall off pretty easily. Alright, never mind. Oh yeah, another reason why it is like getting away is because I forgot this piece. Now it's much better. Yeah, it should be. Because I was thinking like, why this is like getting in the way so much? It's because I missed the part. That's why. And this part is a little piece of plastic board that's indicates like a wrist. Yeah, the protection there. So the second picture I show in this project is actually the top part and pile a little bit thicker, since I'm trying to like lift it up like that. So if I just cut it and put a piece of plastic board on top of it, it will block in the way. You cannot leave it like horizontally. So that's why I'm doing that. Alright. And also the side, because I cut it directly on both sides, there was like empty spaces there, and it will look kind of bad. You can see through it, so it gotta be some protection there. But I still don't want to be too exaggerated, so I just keep it a little bit flat. Yeah, I was thinking about like doing the echo, like piling up this way, but yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah, I think that would be like a little bit risky if I overdo it. So yeah, it shows like kind of like a nice shape right there, like a body shape, the shoulder and the deltoid. So yeah, I'm stick with my design. Yeah, spend too much time talking. I should be like doing while I'm like explaining. But sometimes it's a little bit hard. It's kind of distracting. So yeah, you're just feeling, you know, right there. And here I don't know why. I guess its original design is the casting. It was not that good, so it shows some like dip there. Not that big a deal, but yeah, it's just something I found out while I'm trying to like sand it down the putty. And this part also need to do seamless anyway. So that's why they use separate pieces and use a PC joint to connect them. It's kind of thoughtful, you know, considering this is such earlier like a model kit. It save you some work of like they not just, you know, like they can definitely do like key there and tuck it in, so that you have to either color it twice, different times, and or you need to do some modification to separate in there. Otherwise, you cannot get made the seamless on the top piece. I don't know whether you know how I'm saying, because that the way they do on the older model, they usually do that, and it was really pain in the ass. And some of the simpler pieces, not the high grade pieces, what are they called? I forgot. Just they generally give you like a few as simple as possible pieces, so that you can just assemble them, just having fun, no, for the very beginner. But they are actually very hard to do, because they're not separating the color properly for you. So if you really want to color it in them, well, some people actually just keep them, you know, on the frame. They're not cutting them off like doing the symbol or something. They just keep the frame and coloring them on the frame directly, and then put a frame, you know, actually picture frame around it. So it looks like a nice demonstration, you know, like showcase a on the symbol, the finished Gunpla, just like a nice piece of painting or something hanging in the wall. On the wall is pretty nice actually. But the main technique is taping, a lot of taping, because maybe they only have like one single piece on the chest, torso, or you can say. So you can imagine there will be like red, blue, yellow, at least 3, or even white, 4 different colors on one single piece. So you have to like tape it like 4 times. That would drive me crazy, to be honest. I hate taping. Man, I hate that so much. Yeah, because the reason I already told you, because I don't like accident now. Even though I try very carefully taping every time, but still it can be happen like accidentally. Whether it's the tape is not right or the detail is just not careful enough. Sometimes you just can't get the perfect result you want, and it's so natural. So yes, I really don't like things that is all control. No, like yeah, I hate things doesn't go as planned. It's driving me crazy. And yeah, this part is well, you can see it on some angle, so I did the same as in it, but it's not that easy to go into those tight areas. So probably just outside, closer to the edge part, I will like quickly sending them. Since you see the arms blocking away, yeah, you can still see. Shit. I was thinking, yeah, you cannot see that well, but unfortunately, you can. God dang it. But this is the farthest I can go, I guess. I just use the tip of it and doing the sending. Yeah, unless you have some like armpit fetish or something, you shouldn't be looking at this direction, man. That's weird. Oh my god, that's difficult getting. Alright, that's it. I'm done with that. Alright, this is the party line. I saw that many times, but yeah, finally I can do it. And this part is kind of interesting because I didn't see this structure that often on the other Gunpla piece. Well, I guess it's because the G Gundam, the series, you know, like they're stressing on like a fighting. So yeah, I remember the representative for America. They have like a football player style. They have all the helmet and the armor and stuff. They do actually show the apps, just like we did. Well, I can probably just buy it and remove it to our piece. But that's a kind of cheating way now. I'm not doing that. I'm building our own. And it's good practice. Always a good practice when you're trying new stuff. Alright. It's almost all the way. Now we can do the sanding paper. Wait. Oh, here's 100. Yeah, it's like a deltoid shape, like a muscle. It's not that common on the Gunpla, but I really think they should do it a little bit more. Not just the leg, you know. They usually build up the leg shape like a biomorphic, not the other parts. And yeah, speaking of which, I think when I saw the Pacific Rim, if you noticed that, the trailer for the sequel, well, I feel like they lost the originality. You know, like everything looks like Gipsy Danger, or somehow now. I prefer like they have different design, like the first episode. The Russian robot, no, like in the China one, they're pretty divided, and I like that kind of variety. But the new trailer seems to me they look all like if you have seen the latest version of the Power Ranger, yeah, it's kind of look like that. They're more how do I say? Thinner. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm not satisfied, because the first Pacific Rim, the weight, you know, the kind of weight feel is kind of is pretty nice, you know. The robot and the first went down and the earth crumble. I know most of the time they're like not showing that much detail, and they keep the scene dark, really dark. I mean, because I know somebody from the industry they told us it's because they're not enough budget for them to do like a flash that much detail, like for example Transformers series, right? So they use just trying to use a cheapest way to get the effect, the result they wanted, and I think that's working, you know. Even though, yeah, lots of friends complaining to me that it's too dark, it's way too dark, but I feel like it got the result they wanted. It's like the weight, you know, like a really heavy metal robot fighting monster, and I think that's so awesome. I think I saw that movie twice at least in the theater, not at home. At home, it's probably more than that. So yeah, I really love that. But I heard they changed the director and some character changes, and yeah, this I already knew that this will be probably a different kinds of movie back at that time. So now I saw the trailer, and I cannot say that I'm really looking forward to it, because I'm already no. I'm like 80% sure that will like be not as good as the last one. Just my personal gassed, but yeah, I won't put too much expectation on top of it, unfortunately. Alright, so this part, yeah, I probably won't do seamless too, because this need to be like toggle around, and they will show, you know. Ugh, come on, man. Oh, yeah. And as usual, it will be a long ass party line here that I need to deal with. Alright, so it's 2 hours mark already, but yeah, I'm on schedule today. Yay! Yeah, that's a good decision, I guess. I mean, just do half of it. Well, it won't show that repeat parts. Everything just show you once. A nice go through of every part, and I can explain to you guys why I'm doing the modification and my thought process. Yeah, I think this live stream so far it works all fine. Yeah, hopefully the last time the apps crashed, but the live stream, no, the timer crashed actually. Yeah, I thought the apps crashed and the all the footage is gone, but no, actually they're still running, but just timer went off. So yeah, I think this works. That's why I'm sticking with this device doing live stream. Even though I just got my new computer, yay! My new laptop actually, but yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. Because that laptop is using the Windows 10 operating system, and some of the feature is really bothersome. Like they do have some apps features, but it's not like Android app. They're like yeah, I don't know the difference between apps and regular programs. Are they calling all the program apps now, or they are actually different type of software? So this is making me so confused. Like they have a shop, and they do have some like games there that I can see on the Google Play Store and App Store, iTunes. However, it's not like actual apps. I guess it's just the apps for Windows. So that's my main issue. Like what are those exactly? Like and I cannot download Android apps like from directly to my PC and run them. I don't. And why is that? I have no idea. I have to run like a simulator on my laptop and PC, just like the PCs, like my desktop. So I can run those apps they call from the App Store, Google Play. But now they do have some like a Microsoft what they call market, and they sell apps there. And I guess I can run those on my PC because I already download like a game, try to run it and it works, but it doesn't allow me to use any like Android like apps. They only support like simulator or an actual phone or laptop. So yeah, about that, they call it 2-in-1, like a laptop with the top screen. I thought it can be like a laptop and tablet at the same time, but apparently right now they're not using the actual apps from the Google Play Store. So that's why I'm not using that for like this time's live stream, because yeah, the apps on the iPhone right now is not working on the laptop. I need to figure another way out to install the live stream program or apps. And it do have a camera, I believe, but I haven't even tried it because I cannot find appropriate the program for me to do the recording and do the live streaming. So yeah, still a bit messy there. I just want to get things done first, so I'm sticking with the old trustworthy kind of device I'm having right now. Yeah, but the first few times it got a lot of problem too. I remember, but mostly I think it's because the device was too hot. The weather was too hot back in that time. The first few live stream. So when the apps crash, it ultimately whether stop the live stream or delete the previous recording. Fortunately, the weather is cool now. It's getting closer to the Halloween times, and yeah, it's much better now. Well, I'm pretty sure after the live stream, my cell phone will be hot AF. But yeah, as long as it's not like expanding, like I heard what happened to the iPhone 8 Plus battery nowadays. That's just sucks, It's iPhone, it's not Samsung, man. What are they doing? Jesus Christ. And yeah, next year I'm planning on updating the cell phone. So I'm still waiting for the next generation, what they call the iPhone SE, because I love the size of iPhone 5 actually. 6 is a little bit too big for me. I know it's good when we're trying to watch videos on the go. It's decent, I would say. I'm not that like a big fan, like, because I think if I really want a big screen, I won't watch that on my cell phone. I would like to use the tablet. Well, that's why I bought it like 2-in-1 laptop, because I thought that can work as a tablet. At least what their advertise was. But yeah, the cell phone for me, most of the time I just like tuck it in my pocket, like wherever I go. So yeah, it's better to get a reasonable size, not too small, but not that big either. All the Plus series are way too big for me. And the iPhone 6 is, yeah, it's a little bit too big for me, I would say. That's what I'm using right now. So yeah, the iPhone X is definitely way too big. So the iPhone 6s, no, the iPhone SE when it just came out, I, I think that's yeah, that's better. The size wise, I like it better. But yeah, I got an iPhone 6, so the SE is not that far from. Its performance is like 6s, I know. But yeah, I think I want to wait a little bit longer. Unfortunately, this year they have like iPhone 10 or iPhone X and the iPhone 8. They skip the SE series. So yeah, I think maybe next spring, I guess. Well, guess they will like announce the new generation of SE. If they want to do like a limited edition, they probably call it the iPhone SE 10. I'm saying, yeah, that would be hilarious. And I'm definitely gonna buy that. The name itself is so nice. It's 800. All right, move on. Yeah, this part probably won't show, but yeah, just in case. I'm still gonna like polishing it. This part will show, so definitely want to pay more attention to it. Because this part, see, is all hiding this areas. This part is the just the injection point. Alright. So yeah, the joint part I probably will stick with the original like gunmetal. It's not that yeah, I think it's not that strange if I keep it original. Well, as I said, like I'm trying to mix like fusion or like a nice combination from both ends. So I don't want to like overstress on either side. That's why I'm keeping some of the original design. No, like not overdo it. Hopefully in the future I can add more like original. Like designs to it. Right now I'm keeping like pretty close. And oh yeah. Okay. Like that. Yep. direction always give me like confused. Alright, this part. See the its original is like this, like just circling around, but yeah, I saw the middle still got like a little bit upward, so I just put a plastic board there, make a shape, and creating an angle, nice triangular shape, and come back to its original design. Saving me some of the work, but the turn, like want to be weird off because there's like a different angle. So that was a part I used the putty instead of the plastic board to make the connection. And turn out it works fine, fortunately. Where are the that's weird. I cannot see the panel line. I mean the parting line or something like that. Well, that's good news for me. Let's work. Yeah. And oh yeah, there was original 2 pieces, and then now probably some of them are covered by my plastic board. Yay! Yeah, I sent that already, so just double checking. Now I'm gonna polishing. And there was original keys, internal keys that hold the claw, and we chop that down too, and make sure the server is clean. Let's see the marks. Okay. Needle tool, just clean out the edges a little bit. Yeah, its original design is pretty nice actually, but yeah, it's over exaggerated for our purpose, so we just like to keep it tight, clean, simple. Yeah, most of the for me now, most of my design is actually simplify a lot of its original design. Like they're carefully planned, cool features that I get rid of that a lot. But yeah, sometimes it's not a bad idea to keep it simple. As long as you can recognize is the what my intention is. Like what is my theme, can tell by the first look. And for me now, as a beginner, I think that will be a success if we can recognize it. And later on, we can probably add more intricate, like features. Because I saw one the samurai Gundam on the internet today. Wow, that's so amazing! Like it's just like character from the Basara, like a video game, and combined with the Gundam, and damn, that looks so cool. And actually, like no matter this Darth Vader or the Gundam, their original design was their reference is actually the helmet of ancient Japanese samurai. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So they do have like influence on each other, and now they just like taking it backward and actually do the samurai custom on the Gunpla, and that's pretty tight. Or I can say it's dope. Yeah. Yeah. One day we'll get there. We will get there. Yeah. Although I thought there was not that many like party line, but still, you can see from here to there. Well, this is because this is such a like complicated shape. For the mold is like inevitable. To avoid undercut, they have to separating from in the middle. Otherwise, the mold cannot break apart. And yeah, it's not flexible mold as I mentioned, because flexible mold usually cast less amount. They deteriorate much faster than the like a metal hard mold like the Banda use. But nowadays they do have like multiple, like for example the unicorn, the real great unicorn Gundam. They do have some like pretty unique cast. That's like a movable joint. They can cast it, and it's unreal, man. I have no idea how they did it, and they will definitely not like tell how they did it, because it's like how they make money. They're unique. Industrial secret. But that is just amazing. Even though the problem is still, they are pretty fragile, all the PC parts, and just like I did in our Real Great Mina project, it's definitely not recommended to use any paint on top of it. If you really want to use any, probably the acrylic will be less corrosive, because all the paint are corrosive. That's how they attach to the metal piece. After all, if it's not, it will peel off pretty easily. So like more corrosive, what they call paint, like a lacquer we're using is not suitable for those PC parts. It will make them very fragile, and once you move it, it just break, and it's no way is to fix it. No, like it's break, it's break. You don't even think about like glue it back. It's the structure is not strong enough. It won't hold. Even though you can probably stood there, not moving it, it's possible. But once you like trying to switch pose or move it around, it just break again. It's truth. Yeah, don't even try and challenge that. It's just basically the many unfortunate cases from my friends and on the internet. No, like yeah, that's why I rarely like build real grade or coloring or finish a whole real grade project, because I think the best way of dealing with those real grade model is just directly simple. Like do not color it. It's too small, the parts are too many. If you really want to do that detail, probably MG Master Grade will be a better option. It's larger and got a full detail, and yeah, it's much easier. The color is separated properly for you, and it's larger, and you don't have to like squint your eyes to see how the detail. And sometimes the stickers, oh my god, I hate the stickers, not the new version, the thick stickers. And it's like shooting all around the places. They're so thick, and yeah, it's bouncing around. It's almost impossible to find, even though I found them. Because my I have a workspace that relatively clean. I cannot say it's like a perfect, like a neat cleaning, because yeah, when I try to clean it, the next day I usually become messy because all the polishing is dust and stuff, or the paint while I'm mixing. But yeah, I have been like fortunate. I'm really fortunate. I'm blessed. To have a working space. So yeah, allow me to do the live stream like this right now. I believe like many of my artist colleagues, they do prefer a isolated like individual space that just for work purpose. Well, that makes you concentrate a lot more, and yeah, it's easier for you to manage your all the workload and tools and stuff you need just in one place. So yeah, I'm definitely, well, if it's not an individual room, that's fine, but probably you would like a nice clean corner that you can really carefully arrange your stuff, and don't get distracted too much. Like for example, you put a Xbox One next to you. Well, to be honest, it's really hard for us to resist. Like nowadays, I even don't bring my cell phone to my workspace, because I feel like sometimes somebody texts me, it's almost impossible for me not to look at it. I already know that, so that I just intentionally like leave it in my at the room instead of the work office, so that I can really concentrate on building Comply or making art or doing other stuff in my. That's pro tip, man. Pro tip. Alright. Now we finish the hand. What the hell is going on with my light? I guess some issue with my lighting. I have no idea why, but yeah, we have to move on. I only have half hour left. So the pelvis area and the leg. Alright, that's not that much left, so I'll just make it quick. This part, I turn it backward, or originally it was like a downward, but I make it it looks like, you know, like cross leg, you know. And it's not religious, no, it's not. It's nothing to do with religions, but yeah, it's just like a symmetrical shape. Yeah, that would be safer. I really like the God Gundam. The name by itself is originally like kind of controversial, but still, I'm not afraid of using this original name. You know, G Gundam. It's the series name. It's not the actual model name. But yeah, sometimes you have to go with the flow now. But now I think it's more open. Well, but I know when it comes to religious, some people are very sick with the tradition, and like, yeah. But we are not making any fun of it, and yeah, we're not doing like any insulting purpose to use that symbol, no, like accidentally or intentionally. So yeah, just respect, you know, like. Alright. Yeah, just these are just injection. And can be taken care of pretty fast. Yeah, the G Gundam. This part actually probably won't show. Well, at least you like a twist and turn and different angle of your waist. Otherwise, it's barely shown. That part, I mean the small red-ish part. Yeah, the reason I'm using 800 directly is because I already use 400 lot on that part. So no, that's fine. And if you're really watching closely, this part, you know, like at the top of it, I didn't build like all around it because, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be really symmetric. And I'm trying to like like push it inward around the like waist area. So yeah. Thinner on the top will actually help me to push it a little bit closer to the torso piece. So yeah, I just keep it that way. Not that I'm slacking on me. No, no. Why would I do that? Happy accident. Yeah, happy accident. Alright. That's pretty fast, but still I'm gonna just do one side because we still have leg to deal with. In the leg part, you can tell I didn't do that much to it because yeah. Well, we will see. It's kind of complicated, the design of it. So I just get rid of the outside, what that called? Oh, I'll show you. So this part, yeah, as usual, we just cut it in half so they can move separately. And actually, I trimmed down the lower, the all blue stuff. And instead of doing the filling, I just use original, you know, like blue stuff, blue plot parts. So that yeah, it's perfectly fit. No, like the only thing I had to do is just fill the gaps in between, and voila, it's done. So fast, it's so good. And to be honest, well, if I really want to use those extended parts, we will probably like trim it or shape it, whatever on top of it. So yeah, this part won't probably be usable anyway. So why not use it as our filling? It's perfect. And here is just a tiny little bit, but still. Polyline. Right here. And here. Probably extend to here, I guess. Not that obvious because I already seen this partially, but still. Because this round, you know, bowl shape, definitely they need to like go this way, so that it won't create the undercut that lock the mold. Well, yeah, it's interesting to learn some like use some knowledge of like when I'm learning getting my art degree, even though I just say associate, but still it's I think that is the I really learned a lot while getting there, and the degree for me is just a proof that I spend my time on it, and I like earn something, not just toss it in the water or something. Yeah, but I really enjoy it, like learning arts. And this channel actually was originally why I call Arsenal is because I originally was trying to like explain some basic art concept, but I found it a little bit hard to catch up. There are lots of art theory I'm trying to explain in the real life, but it takes a lot of time and effort to come up with the idea, and sometimes it's very hard to find a great fit in the outside of the like art reference. Sometimes, yeah, I know art sometimes it's difficult to it's kind of like Yeah, so I'm trying to do something I like, and probably mixing some of my art sharing actually. Yeah, art knowledge with it. And I think, yeah, why not? Because I heard all the YouTubers their recommendation for doing the YouTube at the first place is doing your something you really enjoy, even though you cannot get anything back, just sharing. But well, you're doing something you like, so you don't have anything to lose. You're having fun of doing the video. Yeah, and I really believe that. That's why I'm doing it right now. Yeah. It's not that complicated sometimes. Yes. Alright, so this half is done. This half still need to be dealt with, and yeah, I guess I still had to pick it up, but it's so hard. Let me see. Oh, actually, it's not. Yep. Just need to find the right angle. Alright, so what I saw is the tip of it got a little, just a tiny little injection point. The top part, here. Yeah. It's not that obvious, so it won't take too much time, but still need to be dealt with. And for consistency, I'll just go drag all over the piece. But sometimes you never know. Sometimes the cast is off, and you'll create some like a dip. Sometimes you want to fill it. Sometimes you want to like sand it down, make it less obvious. Otherwise, yeah, when we color it, it will show. Oh my god. It's hard to grab. Yeah, this part I probably will turn this into like a belt buckle. No, like yeah, I know, right? Superman got a belt buckle actually. You need to watch really closely to his costume to see, yeah, he did actually have a belt buckle on his costume. Well, not the original, no, like a triangle red underwear Superman. I mean the latest version. Right, and yeah, this part I not only cut off the bottom part, I do have to round the edges so it doesn't look that like awkward, like just cutting off halfway. Yeah, but for the lower half, what I only do is trimming. Compared to the upper body, I didn't do that much modification because I feel like this already complicated enough. I just need to simplify to fit our theme. Okay, 800. Yeah, this part was much faster because they was their original design, so I don't have to pay that much attention to the like the connection between the plastic board and the original piece and something like that. I only need to pay attention to the whether there are like parting lines and the surface I cut, whether it's flat or not, and there's some angles like that. So it's pretty fast. Good. Alright, the back of it, still the same as the front, but just a little bit bigger. Not that big a problem. I already used the file and the blade to like trim it already. So yeah, mostly and this part probably need to be a little bit more. Yeah, it's not that complicated. Just get it flat. And the remember I said about the internal structure? Yeah, I just not doing that because yeah, to be honest, it's you can barely see them. Right, the edges though. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this part is not that hard, as I mentioned. Just need to make sure the surface is flat and not many wobbly edges. Keep it sharp and clean, and that's it. So there's not much modification needed. Its original design is well enough. But as you can tell, it looks different. No, even though we just get rid of the lower half, the extended blue part, but it already looks different. No, like from its original design. Probably most of people won't even recognize this part is this original design, because the contour is different. Now, like people recognize its contour, see the whole thing, like extended. So there will be like two tooth-like parts that most people recognize. Now we get rid of it. It became like a shield, like a shape, like a turtle shell. So yeah, it looks a lot different actually, and probably most people won't even recognize that if you just show it directly, like this piece. Like, can you tell which piece of Gunpla is from? Well, unless it's a designer like for Gunpla or something, I believe most people will have a hard time just by showing them this piece and trying to figure out where it comes from. Yeah, that's the power of contour. Right, it's done. This part. Just do the seamless. Oh, I believe I used the front already, so you can tell I'm a little bit rushing here because yeah, there's not much time left. I really want to finish it in 3 hours. So yep, I'm kind of rushing it. Well, to be honest, there's not much left. No, like all the parts I've been like putting my hands on, messing around with, is already almost done. Like yeah, most of my modification custom part is already shown in this live stream. So feel free to go back and check it out if you're interested in the parts I made. And you can see, yeah, well, you cannot see the actually making process, but it will be in the video partially, and it's in times lapse order. But well, when the video comes out, you can really like pause it if you really want to see what's going on, and even leave a question in the comment section to ask me how I did it and what method I'm using to making those sweet modification. Yeah, they're all super basic, I promise you, because yeah, my skill level is super basic. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, most of them are pretty straightforward. Not many like rocket science. Just take some patience, I guess, and try and error. Yeah, because for example, the wing part, like yeah, I did several different pieces, and most of them are like the first one is always the hardest, because you need to like figure out how does it like fit in. But the second one just echo the first one. So actually, I only need like for the wings, that I only need a 6 piece design piece, and the other 6 just like copying the previous ones. So yeah, but it really takes me a lot of time, and yeah, and application too. Not to mention, I'm kind of screw a little bit in one piece, but yeah, turns out it's not that big of chaos here. Alright. I think the music is almost over. Yeah, I said it like 3 hours, so I have 10 minutes left. Alright. But yeah, let me finish this one first, and let me talk to you about the leg part and whatever. Just do as much as we can till the actual 3 hours mark. Yeah, we almost covered everything, and the sandpaper is almost gone. Yeah. Wait a second. This is. Ugh. Well, most of them are not showing, like anyways. For most of the time, like I mentioned. But still, we're trying to make it as clean as possible. Alright, the leg, pretty simple. Just chop down this part. The ring of it, or what they call, I don't know. But yeah. So that just like well, when we do, remember the Captain America's boots? Yep. Superman wears the boots too, but the problem is this time, because last time I did the rim of it, you remember? I feel like it's a little bit too exaggerated. So this time, instead of making the another like boots rim, I just make a panel lines, and we will separating different colors from that line, so that it will indicate he's wearing a boots, and boots, not a boot. Alright, so yeah, that's the basic concept for the leg part, and that's it. And yeah, I didn't do anything else to the leg, because it's already pretty complete piece. And let me show you a little bit, just in a split second, just a few minutes. Yeah, all these are the plotting lines. But probably, yeah, we won't. Yeah, we'll see. We can see that. This is the file I'm using the most when I'm trying to make it quick. Because I feel like the surface is a little bit uneven when I'm trying to use the blade. That's when that happens, I usually just go to file. You see, it's much quicker. And you can give me a rougher surface, and I have to go back to the blade. Then the sandpaper. So yeah, just keep back and forth, like until you're satisfied with the outcome. Usually, as I mentioned before, I check under the light, see the reflection. If the reflection is good, yeah, I'm good at. I think this is the last piece I'm going to do. Yeah. This other piece, I think there'll be a little bit too much time, and I need to make some explanation for the leg structure. Alright, the music stops, and yeah, I believe it's time for me to wrap up. And the sandpaper is gone too. So yeah, everything tells me it's time for ending this live stream. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And let me just real quick put it back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Right. So the leg, the thigh is not that interesting. Like just normal plain. And the knee, yeah, moving range is alright. It's not that fancy. You cannot like do this too because the this part is kind of blocking the way. So the part I mentioned, I did the what I call the panel line is right here. So the boots will be from here down. And the most interesting thing is they got a hidden booster, like between between is it? I don't know how can I say that. It's inside, inside his leg. So that's why it's really hard for me to do any like adjustment because if I really do that much stuff, it will like cover it. And I think this is a pretty cool, nice looking details there. Right, so I'm planning on keeping this. And yeah, you can see this is like several different pieces connecting to each other. So another reason is that it's really hard for me to do the coloring actually. So yeah, that's why I'm just keep it like its original design right here. Otherwise, yeah, it will be too much. I don't know how to say. Too complicated for myself. I already told. Explain how this project will work. So if I do it too much, I will mess my brains out, I guess. But the only thing, yeah, I think I'm lacking right here. Actually, I just found out is I gotta do the seamless on this piece. So before I'm ending this video. I got 2 minutes left. Fortunately, I'm gonna do the seamless of these two pieces. Okay. Ooh, there are two different pieces. Huh, I didn't realize that. And to protect my fingernail, just use the overlay blade to do the work. Alright, so yeah, that's a last parts I'm going to deal with tonight. And as you can expect, I will have to wait till tomorrow. Well, I have plenty to work with tomorrow anyway. I need to oh shit. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid touching the PCB, but it's like almost impossible. Dang it. Oh, actually, I don't even need to go that far. Actually, shit, I forgot. Well, what's done is done because this part is actually buried into the other piece. Totally forgot that. So the only thing I need to worry about is this part, and this must be done. Is because remember the skirt armor we trimmed off? Yeah, it's more obvious from. Oh shit! I'm not picking it up. From the other angle, you can see the thigh actually much more clearly. So it's really hard to grab. Right. Yeah, so there's a little bit muscles there. Hand muscle. Whoosh. Yeah. And probably like just twist it just a little bit, but make sure it's aligning properly, otherwise it will be a lot harder for you to like line it after it's dry. Like you need to like sand it down or something like that. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna do another piece using my own time. Yeah, probably downward, yeah. Alright, that's all for today's live stream. And the actual video will be posting after everything is done and added, like properly. And there will be like 5 different episodes that each episode will show you different parts. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll be back real soon as possible, I promise. If you enjoyed this, please drop a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the new series. Thank you.